Sup Tankers, Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks. And yes, it has been a while. It's been a while since I've been on here, guys. My apologies. I just had ridiculous couple of months, man. Like, I've been dealing with health issues over the last couple of months. And didn't really have urge to play at all. Like, I was feeling like shit. I wasn't playing the game. I wasn't doing much of anything, to be honest, guys. Things just stretched out, and it was quite unpredictable. Like, I caught a freaking bacteria, and it took a while for me to get rid of it. I don't want to get into details, but it was freaking ridiculous. And over time, I lost urge to play the game, to be honest, as well. I mean, I wasn't feeling very well at all. I logged in a couple times, and my head just wasn't in it. So I wasn't playing the game at all. And to be honest, I'm not sure how much I'm going to play going forward. I'm just like, after taking a break, and it was kind of enforced break, because I was playing the game regularly and this happened, and you know, I don't know. I'm just not there anymore. I don't have the urge. I don't have the passion. I don't have the joy playing this game when I came back. So I don't really know, guys. Like, I don't know how much content I'm going to be putting out over the next little while. But the summer's coming as well, so I'm not sure if I'm really going to be doing anything with this game. I don't know. It's hard to say at this point. But I did jump in for a couple games last weekend. It wasn't the greatest weekend. I did not enjoy playing it, like I mentioned to you. But I'm trying to grind the machine contract. And I know the contract is up in July, so I was trying to at least get through stage 8. And I was really close to passing that stage, so I finally got through it. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do next, but regardless of whether I'm going to be posting or not, I mean, if you guys don't see anything on the channel, obviously you know that I'm not doing really anything. But who knows, at one point I might get an urge and I might start playing again, so you never know. Anyway, let's concentrate on this game. And today, I don't have anything great for you. I mean, this is not the greatest game or anything like that, but it is really, really fun and shows you what you need to do to win the game in certain situations. So we're in Leopard 1 at tier 10, and you guys should know by now that this tank is incredible. So when I come back and I play a couple of games here and there, I usually jump in the Leopard because, you know, this thing is solid, stealthy, has beautiful gun, and you can actually play it at a distance, use your camo, try to outspot your enemy, and that's exactly what we're gonna do in this game on this map. Now, this game will be interesting because, like my title says, let them come. That's exactly what we're going to try to do in this tank. And whenever you play a tank that doesn't have armor, has good camo, your mindset should be that you should always set up or post in a position where you can let the opposition come into your firing lane, into your gun. You want to be able to be using that gun, but you don't want to expose yourself and get shot because you have no armor. So if you're in a tank like a Leopard, like a Batcha 25T, any light tank, or any other lightly armored medium tank, this is exactly what you want to do. You want to ambush tanks. You want to get yourself in a sniping position, somewhere where you can make a difference, but don't lose your HP. So as you notice in this game, very early I came out to position E3 because we tried to spot out the field and see what we can spot across on the south side of the map, hoping we could put some shots of damage, early shots of damage, but unfortunately I got spotted and lost almost half of my HP. So at that point I decided to fall back because my teammates weren't really pushing forward. So I knew that this game gonna kind of turn out passive. I didn't really want to give my HP away, so I decided to find a different position where I can actually ambush the opposition coming towards us, and also use our friendlies to our advantage as well in their positioning. So we dropped back to the A line, and from the A line we were able to kind of take care of this side of the map because the opposition pushed in hard through the west side of the map, and we were able to just pick them off. So this is usually what happens in World of Tanks, right? I mean, you set up in the advantageous position, the opposition comes, and in many cases pushes hard, tries to take over your side of the map. Your team usually holds, but doesn't hold, and the game is lost. you get rid of all the YOLOs that are pushing in, and then you can basically take over the advantageous positions that the opposition team has just given up. So that's exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to get ourselves on the south side of the map, or southwest, because we know there's probably not much over here right now since they all pushed in. And what we're going to try to do is we're just going to try to flank from this side and use our camo, get a position as far away from the middle as possible, and fire into the middle of the map if there's still anybody there. But as you notice there, our teammates already took position F3, F4, so there's no one in the middle of the map. So we're going to try to come up here through the K line, poke and try to spot something here. We spot the RD right there, so we're going to try to take the RD out of the game. So we're going to put one shot of damage into RD. And take a look at this. I actually loaded HE rounds into the Leopard. About friggin' time, Space. About friggin' time. And there is the advantage of the HE shell. So burn, baby, burn. It's lethal against thin armor and can set tanks on fire. Now we spot this Leopard, and we fired at him, but he hasn't spotted us, so his crew must not be the greatest. That's why he's hiding in the back over there, but we're going to try to rush him right now and take him out of the game. We need this tank out of the game. Leopards are so dangerous, especially on a big map like this, so we really need to take him out, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So it seems that majority of opposition team is actually sitting at 9 and 0 lines. Unusual, is it? Not really. I see sometimes teams deploy that way because if you win position F0, for instance, E0, F0, it's a quite nice defensive position, especially if you have most of your tanks there. Now, if you watch my videos enough, you know, and this is my opinion, that on a big map, it is always best that your team distributes in different areas of the map in order to win the game. Because if you give up control of the map, then you can get shot from different angles from different areas of the map. But here I actually made a mistake. This is bad. Look at that AVRE looking at me, and I thought I was dead right here. So we scooted right in the middle here so we can go behind that house or behind that building right in front of us. At this point I thought we were closing the game down, but then we're going to take a breather here and think this through. And sometimes it's good to do this, guys, because if you don't, you literally will just throw your tank away and you won't be able to win the game. Depends what your goal is, right? Like over here, I could have probably went in, gotten my damage, died, forget about it, moved on to the next game. But I wanted to win this game. I don't just play the game for damage, guys. I play the game to win. And sometimes you just have to be smart about the situation and how you approach it. In this situation here, as you can see, enemy has number of tanks, dangerous tanks, and they're defending that position pretty well. Our tanks are rolling into this position quite slowly. As you can see, there is a medium tank behind me. There was a tank coming from F8. There was another tank that was engaging the opposition from the north side. But because we're coming in one by one, the opposition is just feasting on us because they're pointing all the guns to that one tank that's approaching, that one tank that's trying to get damage, and they're taking us out of the game one by one. And this is where I thought to myself, one, I'm either not aggressive enough in order to help my teammates clean up, or two, if I am over-aggressive and I'm gonna go in, it is quite likely that I'll get taken out and throw my tank instead of trying to win the game. So what we do instead, we separate from the situation completely. We're gonna play our tank to our strengths. And that object 268.5, he was very, very slow engaging all these guys at F0. Now in his situation, he was full health, so he should have probably came earlier. I was at 722 HP, so if AVRE shoots me, I could literally be one shot by him. So some people would say, and I've had messages sent to me before, many times, idiot, coward, loser, haha, wearing a skirt, again, and many other superb messages. So there are different kinds of players. Players that will run away and don't engage at all, and there are players like me that will get themselves in the advantageous position and use your tank's camo in order to finish the game. We've spotted this M48. Now we're out spotting him all the time, so he doesn't know where I'm sitting, which is going to keep him spotted for the RD until RD is going to start shooting at him. We don't have a good shot at him anyway. He's playing it right. He's angling the tank pretty good. But now that he's moved away from the building, we're going to put a shell into him and run away. Now, the mistake I made here, I could have died here. I should have positioned behind the rock so that I could duck into cover right away after I took a shot. But I was worried that if I come around, I might not get spots on the tanks that were coming from F0, F9. So that's why I was sticking around that position. Maybe it was dangerous to take the shot, but I decided to take that shot anyway and take my chances because I did have enough HP to take a shot from M48. Now we spot this Chieftain MK6. Take a look at his HP. It's quite significant. And that's what I was saying. You know, if I went in there and started engaging this Chieftain MK6, he's got incredible rate of fire, I would have probably died. So the safer play for me at that point was just separate myself from that position and use my view range and use my camo. And it worked out to our advantage because take a look at that. We managed to get rid of M48. The TD is dead. So Chieftain is the only tank alive right now on the opposition side. So we're going to try to reposition again so that we can respot him. And this time we're going to approach him from position F9 using the ridgeline over here. Hopefully we can spot him and put some side shots into him. So that's what I was thinking here. So that's what we're going to do. Unfortunately, that auto aim shot, I shouldn't have fired that shell. It's not going to bite me, but, you know, I was playing it a little bit impatient right there. But we put one shell into him right there. We should be able to put one more. And we do. And now we're going to reposition and we're going to try to respot him possibly for our arty. Again, he cannot outspot us in this situation. So we're going to do what Leopard does the best. So this video is more of a reminder to you guys. You know, if you want to win games, you cannot be over aggressive, especially in a tank that doesn't have any armor. It is always better to scope out the situation, try to figure out whether you can overmatch, whether you can win the flank or the area that you're trying to take over. In this situation, every time I tried to approach these guys in the corner, I was worried that we don't have enough tanks to take them all out at once. So I decided to wait it out, unfortunately letting my friendlies die, because that's the only way I saw we could win this game. And fortunately, we did manage to win it. So my thinking process, I think, was correct in this situation. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not sure when I'm gonna see you next time. So if you don't see any activity on this channel for some time, forgive me. I've been in the game for a long time. Sometimes I have stretches where I feel like playing. Sometimes I have stretches when I completely need to take a break from the game. And that's where I feel I am right now. But who knows? Anything can happen. For those of you that are still sticking around on this channel, I appreciate it a lot, and hopefully I'll see you on the battlefield at some point in the future. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit, checking out.